I feel like some people just aren't going to understand the luxury of this. Hello everyone, it is Aubrey, your friendly neighborhood recovering perfectionist, queen of distraction, and today I am talking about a few things that I do/don't do anymore when it comes to our bathrooms. Cleaning bathrooms is just hands down the one thing that I absolutely dread the most when it comes to taking care of my home. So there are a few things that just make my life a little easier in that department, things that save time, things that save energy, money. For the most part, it just reduces my cleaning time, which is what I care about the most. If you're new here, like I said, my name is Aubrey. My YouTube channel is still relatively new. I've been posting primarily videos on our journey to more simplified living. And while I could never consider myself a textbook minimalist, I say we're going from messy to minimal-ish. So if you too are just a regular person struggling to get rid of some things, please feel free to subscribe and join me on this journey. So the first thing might just seem kind of obvious, but squeegee your shower doors. This is something that I've tried to do in the past at our old apartment and it just never stuck. And the thing that I did this time around when I started implementing the squeegee again was, instead of just getting the cheapest bottom of the barrel squeegee that I could find, I spent an extra, I think $4 on a squeegee that was aesthetically pleasing for me. And if you like to have an experience when you interact with the things in your home, then you understand. Because for me, the things that I use in my house don't just always serve a purpose, but I'm more likely to use something if I enjoy the interaction that I have with it. Please let me know if you understand what I'm talking about. Now, obviously, a Dollar Tree squeegee will probably do just as good of a job as the, I think, $16 squeegee that I bought off of Amazon. And to some, that might seem like an absolutely ridiculous splurge. And at the time, I kind of felt like it was. But seeing how much I've actually been able to stick to using the squeegee when I'm done showering, and my husband as well, and it has drastically cut down on all of the general nasty buildup that comes with showering in your shower. So highly recommend. Our shower just looks so much cleaner longer, which makes my heart happy. All right, number 2, reuse your towels. We don't need to be washing our towels every time. I remember when I was a kid, we used to go and stay with some family friends out of town. And I remember this one particular visit where there must have been a request to reuse the towel. And my dad was just appalled. And I remember him saying that he was not going to reuse a towel that he had already wiped his butt with. But my thought process is, if you just got out of the shower, your butt should probably be clean. And it's not a huge deal to reuse your towel. Maybe just don't wipe your butt so hard, or avoid your face if that's something that feels gross to you. And for the longest time, I think until really the last few months, I was a very chronic wash your towel after every use kind of person. You know, you're done showering, you throw it in the bin, but I have really noticed that instead of just throwing a wet towel in the hamper and just hanging it out to dry and using it for another use, our towels really don't get that kind of mildewy smell like they do when they're sitting in a hamper for a day or two before you actually get around to laundering them. Recently, I did do a laundry stripping video, in part with how we've stopped using paper towels in our home, and doing stripping on our towels is something that I try and do at least once or twice a year. All right, number 3, I don't shower every day. Every other day is my ideal point. By the time day 3 rolls around, it's kind of one of those like, when was the last time I showered? And that really only happens when life takes over and your personal hygiene just goes out the door. And obviously for some people, depending on what you do for work or your day-to-day lifestyle or your skin type, this might not work for you. For me, if I were to use soap on my skin every day, my skin would turn into the desert. Now the boys, they don't take baths every night either, but once summer comes around, for all of us, we'll at least be doing some kind of daily rinse off. Obviously during the summer, there's sunscreen, there's sweat, and I can tell you one thing, if my thighs are sticking together at the end of the night, there is no way I'm sleeping through that. So like I said, might seem weird to some, but I feel like it's really just kind of circumstantial based on a lot of variables. But overall, just for me personally, it's cutting down on soap use. It's cutting down on any soap scum that's on the shower, which means I get to go a little bit longer without cleaning it. Number 4, I forgot that this was even an option for the longest time, but maybe you need a reminder too, that you can wash your baby in the sink. With my oldest, when he was the age that my youngest is now, we were in a studio apartment and the only thing that we had was a shower. So he was in the sink and then in the shower for a lot of his life. And for whatever reason, just in my mind, when we had our second kid and we were in a house, it was like, okay, we actually have a bathtub. I need to put my baby in the tub. But if you've hunched over a tub, you know that it is one of the most uncomfortable experiences in motherhood. obviously apart from giving birth. So one thing I do is, for whatever reason, I'm the last person to sit down at dinner and the first one finished. So while everybody else is finishing their food, our dining table is right next to our kitchen, so nobody's excluded or anything. I rally load the dishwasher. I at least get one side of the sink emptied and cleaned out. And then when Alec is done eating, I pop him in the sink. I finish my kitchen chores while he plays. We give him a wash. And that way I'm knocking out a couple chores in one chunk of time. Alec gets his bath and I get the kitchen tidied up and the dishwasher loaded. All right, number 5. I feel like some people just aren't gonna understand the luxury of this. One thing that I have stopped doing is using the kids' bathtub. If Alec and Jackson do end up taking a bath together, they do so in the tub that's in the master bathroom. It's bigger, they fit better. In the boys' bathroom, it is one of the showers where you just have a shower curtain, and Jackson doesn't like the sound that water makes on the shower curtain. So if he is bathing solo, 99% of the time, he just opts for a shower in our shower. And doing this, obviously, we've been able to eliminate the need for me to clean that tub, but we've been able to use it for storage for larger toys. Another perk has been having all of our bath towels in one location. So when I'm doing laundry, the towels are in one place, the towels are going into one place. And at this point in my life, I feel like every minute that I can save counts towards something. All right, those are the 5 things that I do that make my life easier in the bathroom department. If you found any of these helpful, please let me know in the comments. If you think I'm crazy, let me know in a nice way. I appreciate you spending a small chunk of your day with me. And if you'd like to hang out again, subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and I hope to see you in the future.